I'm above 60 and sense a decline there. Your blood flow may finally get the natural boost it needs from this one common fruit. You're really fortunate to have clicked on this video because, during the next 10 to 12 minutes, you will discover how one potent fruit may naturally boost your energy and confidence, enhance better performance, and gently clear your circulation. This fruit, which is tasty, accessible, and scientifically supported, may be your everyday key to regaining your sense of strength, self-assurance, and community. At this point, I could tell you what this miracle fruit is, but I want you to stay put because the tale of how scientists found its amazing power is interesting. Imagine this. As you pass the produce area of the supermarket store, you notice a deep crimson fruit that most men ignore because they believe it is too costly or difficult to handle. What if I told you, however, that this one seemingly little fruit has a substance so potent that a Nobel Prize winner was drawn to it? What if this same fruit held the secret to increased vitality, improved blood flow, and yes, improved performance in all facets of your life? I'm going to tell you the amazing tale of how this ancient superfruit led to a modern medical discovery, and more significantly, how you may use this information to improve your health after the age of 60. Let me ask you a question first, though. How recently did you feel genuinely energized? When was the last time you felt prepared to face the day without need 3 cups of coffee to get through the morning? Those days may seem like a faraway memory if you're like the majority of guys over 60. The majority of doctors won't tell you this, though. Growing older isn't the only factor here. It has to do with circulation. And circulation is something you can actually do something about. Your cardiovascular system functions similarly to your body's highway system. Everything functions flawlessly when traffic moves smoothly. Your brain receives the oxygen it requires to remain healthy. Your muscles receive the nourishment they require to remain robust. Indeed, every region of your body receives the blood flow necessary for optimal operation. But things start to go wrong when that highway becomes congested. The traffic controller of your blood vessels, nitric oxide, is a vital molecule that your body makes less of as you age. You make around half as much at age 60 as you did at age 20. Additionally, your body produces more of the toxic substances that degrade the nitric oxide you do make. The smallest blood vessels, including those supplying erectile tissue, are impacted first, creating a perfect storm for circulation issues. Because of this, circulation problems frequently appear in the bedroom before they do elsewhere. Now, here's where the pomegranate enters our story. And believe me, things start to become extremely exciting at this point. A scientist named Louis Einer was awarded the Nobel Prize in the 1990s for his discovery of nitric oxide and its vital function in cardiovascular health. However, Dr. didn't end there. Finding natural methods to preserve and improve nitric oxide in the human body became his obsession. He tested dozens of fruits and vegetables before discovering something that would revolutionize the industry. Pomegranate juice was more than just another nutritious beverage. He had never seen a nitric oxide protector like this one. According to his studies, pomegranate juice prevented the body's nitric oxide from breaking down 10 times better than blueberry juice. 10 times. That is a significant difference. It's a game changer. However, what is so unique about pomegranates? The chemicals known as punicologens and L-arginogens hold the key. Now I realize those are fancy technical titles, but think of them as protectors for your nitric oxide molecules. These substances surround each molecule of nitric oxide when your body attempts to manufacture it, shielding it from the damaging free radicals that proliferate with age. Here's how to picture this. Assume that a bucket has holes in it and that you're attempting to fill it with water. It will continue to leak even if you keep adding water. That's what nitric oxide does as you get older. You may still have some in your body, but it's being destroyed nearly as quickly as it's being created. Pomegranate effectively fills up those gaps in the bucket, enabling you to sustain greater concentrations of this vital chemical. For many of you watching, however, this is where it becomes even more meaningful and personal. In one study exclusively examining erectile dysfunction, 47% of men reported significant improvements after just 4 weeks of pomegranate juice consumption. Nor were these young males. These men, who were in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, had been dealing with erectile dysfunction and believed that their issues were a natural aspect of growing older. This is where the practical details come into play, so allow me to share them with you now. The best amount is consistently 8 glasses of pure pomegranate juice every day, according to study. And I mean pure when I say that. 100% pomegranate juice, not pomegranate cocktails, or anything with pomegranate flavors. Because many goods promoted as pomegranate juice are actually primarily apple juice with a splash of pomegranate for color, make sure to carefully read the label. Timing counts too. Pomegranate juice is best consumed 30 to 60 minutes prior to your planned physical activity. When your circulatory system is working the hardest, such as during your morning workout, midday garden work, or evening stroll with your spouse, this time enables the protective compounds to be at their best. The effects become apparent quite fast. After consuming pomegranate juice, your blood levels of defensive chemicals begin to increase within 30 minutes. They peak in 2 hours. Here's the lovely bit, though. These preventive properties accumulate in your system the more often you drink it. It's similar to compound interest when it comes to heart health. I understand what some of you are thinking right now. Although pomegranate juice is pricey, this sounds fantastic. I'll give you some perspective on this. 4 servings of premium pomegranate juice are included in a bottle that costs roughly $6 to $8. That comes to about $150 to $2 a day. Contrast that with the typical monthly cost of cardiovascular drugs, which can range from $100 to $300, or erectile dysfunction medications, which can cost $15 to $20 each tablet. More significantly, though, weigh it against the price of neglecting your cardiovascular health. In the US, a heart attack often costs more than $50,000. The cost of a bypass surgery can exceed $100,000. And that's just the financial expense. The price in wasted years with your family, independence, and quality of life is incalculable. Another useful tip that can maximize benefits and save costs is this one. Pomegranate juice should be properly stored in the refrigerator and purchased in larger quantities during sales. When properly preserved, the chemicals that give pomegranates their effectiveness remain stable for weeks. Another option is to search for frozen pomegranate juice concentrate, which is frequently less expensive and equally efficient. Fresh pomegranates are a great choice if you want to get even more hands-on, especially from October to February when they're at their peak. About 6 to 8 ounces of juice's worth of healthful chemicals are found in one giant pomegranate. You may consume the seeds raw, blend them into smoothies, add them to yogurt, or sprinkle them over salads. Consistency, not perfection, is the key. I'll give you a straightforward daily schedule that many of my clients have found easy to follow. About an hour after breakfast, start your morning with a glass of pomegranate juice. This timing lessens the possibility of gastrointestinal discomfort and aids in absorption. For optimal blood flow advantages, consume a second serving approximately an hour before working out if you want to work out later in the day. Here's an expert tip for those of you who think pure pomegranate juice is too tart. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon or a tiny bit of sour cherry juice and mix. These additions can improve the flavor without lowering the advantages. As long as you're still getting the full 8 of pomegranate, some men prefer to dilute it a little with water. Let's now discuss when and what you can reasonably anticipate. Knowing this time frame is essential because it keeps you motivated during the early stages, when changes may be gradual. Most guys report feeling more energized and having a higher tolerance to activity during the first week. You may experience increased endurance during your everyday activities or feel less exhausted when climbing stairs. Your cardiovascular system is beginning to work more effectively at this point. Many guys say they sleep better and wake up feeling more rested after 2 weeks. It's not a coincidence. All of your organs, including your brain, will receive more oxygen when your circulation is improved. Around this period, some men also experience increases in their mood and mental clarity. The 4-week point is frequently when the more personal benefits become apparent. This is the point at which research demonstrates quantifiable gains in erectile function for those who are struggling. Improvements in blood pressure also start to show at this time. After 8 weeks of regular use, the benefits become more pronounced and stable if you're monitoring at home. These preventive substances have given your cardiovascular system enough time to not only benefit from them, but also begin healing damage that has been building up for years. Men frequently tell me that they feel as though they have regressed by 5 to 10 years. I must stress one important point though. Pomegranate juice is most effective when it is incorporated into a healthy lifestyle rather than being used as a panacea while disregarding all other factors. Large-scale studies have demonstrated that the Mediterranean diet, which naturally contains pomegranates and other healthful foods, reduces major cardiovascular events by 30%. Frequent exercise significantly increases the advantages. Pomegranate juice and other dietary therapies can be doubled in effectiveness with just 30 minutes of walking each day. You have more energy for exercise because the pomegranate improves blood flow, and exercise increases your cardiovascular system's receptivity to the pomegranate's health advantages. It's a constructive loop that keeps getting better. Another element that might make or break your results is the quality of your sleep. In addition to making it more difficult for your body to manufacture and use nitric oxide, getting too little sleep doubles your risk of heart disease. Every night, try to get 7 to 9 hours of good sleep. As their circulation improves, many men discover that their sleep also naturally improves, resulting in a positive feedback loop. You may be surprised by the statistics. About 34% of men have some form of erectile dysfunction by the time they are 60 to 69 years old. By the age of 75, that percentage rises to 52%. The hopeful portion comes next. These effects of aging are not unavoidable. Since they are the result of vascular dysfunction, natural remedies may be able to alleviate them. Here's a practical buying guide to help you get started immediately. Because these items usually include larger amounts of beneficial ingredients, look for pomegranate juice in the refrigerated department of your grocery store. Premium 100% pomegranate juices are produced by companies like Palm Wonderful, Lakewood, and R.W. Cudson. Pay close attention to labels and steer clear of those that include added sugars or other fruit juices. Pick fruits with unblemished skin and a weighty feel relative to their size if you want fresh pomegranates. They shouldn't feel mushy, but they should give slightly when pressed. Pomegranates are a convenient long-term choice because they can be kept in the refrigerator for up to 2 months when stored properly. As we close up, I want you to understand that what we've talked today isn't simply about adding one fruit to your diet. It's about taking charge of your health in a way that is entirely natural, supported by science, and long-lasting. Something noteworthy is revealed by pomegranate research. As we age, nature has given us a very powerful weapon for preserving cardiovascular health. This isn't a superfood that's expensive and exotic. You can purchase this straightforward whole food in almost any supermarket. This is the information your heart has been yearning for. These tools have been waiting for your body. Are you prepared to put them to use? When you go grocery shopping next, pick up a bottle of 100% pomegranate juice. Start each day at 8 o'clock. Use it consistently for 4 weeks. Your confidence, energy, and arteries will all appreciate it.